My dumbass fucking forgot that I had a dentist appointment today. I'm a fucking moron. That's not necessarily super fair to myself. I this week and this month in particular has definitely been so fucking like such a constant onslaught of bullshit that it definitely just slipped my mind. Filled with cavities. I actually take good care of my teeth. Welcome on in, Mooney Bear. Glad I have you, Sweet Bean. Which is fucking wild because I'm like, you know, I literally I checked my fucking voicemail today and then they're like, hey, you fucked up, you missed your like appointment, and then fucking I called them later on in the afternoon and they're like yeah, you know, I explained, I was like, hey, listen, I've just been fucking exhausted, like life has just been putting me through the ringer. I'm sorry I missed it. Can I say something out of pocket? Go for it. But no, I was like, okay, can we reschedule? And they're like, yeah, the earliest we can reschedule you is fucking April. 6 months. That's not a rescheduling. That's just my next dentist appointment. What do you mean? What the fuck? Because I think it's a smaller like group, which is kind of why I'm like, okay, like I think that they like literally like they don't build in any amount of downtime, because they, you know, I think it's like a kind of a starting dentist thing. It's like a co-op or whatever. They do good work. Admittedly, I did pass out and have a seizure at one of them, like because they fucked up putting Novocaine into my gums. But that's an entirely unrelated story. You know, you win some, you win some, you lose some. I feel lucky when I was able to have one scheduled this month when I called in September. But yeah, no, they're like, yeah, earliest we got is fucking April. And I'm just wondering, it's like, what the fuck's going on? Where like you're this busy, huh? Okay. So I had to get a cavity filled. Autism is apparently stored in the pee. Yeah, that's definitely out of pocket. That's a very out of pocket thing you just said just now. But no, so to explain, I had to get a cavity filled, and they gave me a dose of Novocaine so that way they could start drilling. Problem is they fucking shot the it was a combination Novocaine and adrenaline, which apparently they're good. I only almost died once. So apparently like it is a common dental anesthetic that you mix adrenaline in with your Novocaine because it helps. I'm not necessarily sure why it functions. To be fair, we really like scientists don't really know how anesthetic works at all, so I'm not fucking questioning it. People are actually saying stuff to that effect. Imagine me, the dentist who's required to say that over the phone. Wait, you're talking about the people who's saying that getting a circumcision is why people are autistic. Imagine me, the dentist who's required to sit over the phone and hear the client's reaction. Yeah, they do a good job anyway. They give you a seizure. What do you mean? Okay, context. Because I'm trying to give y'all context. So like I said, they were you know, they're trying to fill a tooth. They fucking apparently like the nerve, like, because it was like the rearmost teeth. It was like way in the back. And apparently near that like near that particular nerve there's a vein. So instead of putting Novocaine into the nerve, they accidentally put a little bit of Novocaine in my entire system, and then the fucking adrenaline. Like the adrenaline like seeped through and caused my body basically to immediately panic because I just got a fucking dose of adrenaline straight to my system. And yeah, they were pretty freaked out. They were going to call the fucking, like, they were about to call the EMTs because I literally like just like fell unconscious, and then they filled the tooth just fine. Who hell's saying getting your sausage casing snipped gives you autism? The current director of the U.S. Health Service, the worst Kennedy. I don't fucking remember his name. RFK, something to that effect. I don't fucking care anymore. He's just a weirdo. Yeah, the guy with literal brain worms. Like that, like not even like the metaphorical sense where like you're like, hey, yo, you're on some whack shit. You got some fucking brainworms. No, literal brainworms. But yeah, no, that is in fact the thing that a person in a position of power is saying about general health and well-being. Not great, not great. I admit that, but no. So yeah, off to a great start on this Thursday stream. Circumcision and having a seizure at the dentist. Which Kennedy wormy. That stops the circumcision industry. I'm okay with it. To be fair, yeah, like the circumcisions aren't really like, they're not a like. It's one of those things where like it doesn't benefit anyone. In theory, I think the like I'm trying to like the justification they use, I believe, is that it's cleaner, but that's not really like, that's like, it'd be like saying, oh, let me fucking chop off your arm so that way you don't have pit stank because it's cleaner. It's like, motherfucker, just clean the goddamn, like clean the affected area. But the people who don't have the anatomy but have autism, do they get a spiritual circumcision? Do you think you get your... hold up. I almost just said the single most fucking out-of-pocket shit you've ever heard on the stream. Oh my god. There are times where I do still catch myself. Gotta love child mutilations for the lulz. Yeah, basically. But no, not a great thing for sure. It's just weird, like, actually it's just like a bizarre, I think it's like that same like because like I think the theory is that circumcisions make sex / masturbation less pleasurable because it removes a lot of the pleasure bits. I can say something very out of pocket. This is not a competition, motherfucker. We are not getting into the get canceled on bluesky.com fucking competition. Fuck out of here with that out of pocket shit. We've already derailed the conversation once. We don't need to derail it a second time. But derailing this conversation for a third time. What the fuck are we gonna do? Like for game? Because I don't actually have a good plan about that. I'm gonna be honest. I just don't have a game in mind that I'm like, hey, I want to play this game. My fallback was gonna be Digimon Stories Time Stranger. Like that was my primary game plan idea. Was Digimon. But also I've been playing a lot of Megabonk, so you could reasonably convince me to do that. Old Flash games. Interesting. Digimon, yeah, like because this will be my first Digimon game. Welcome on Ego Jalapeno. Glad I was sweeping. Birdman, I'm high. I'm back from class with a headache caused by my classmates. With your fucking classmate was vaping in the middle of class. Happy Wheel streams. Okay, so Happy Wheels, I do remember being like that was like a very, very frequently played game in my childhood. Does it still even function without Flash? Because like the entire point of it was to some degree like the user generated content. What game makes you rage? Or Digimon, that sounds fun. I actually don't rage about games. I played, hold up, how many hours do I have in it? Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. I have like almost 10 hours in Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy, and I didn't rage at that game. I tend to be pretty relaxed. User generated what? User generated content. What do you think I said? Welcome on in Canopus. Good on you, sweeping. Play just girly games. They're out of pocket as hell. I'm not about to fucking play like obstetrician for fucking like pregnant Elsa. That shit is not welcome in my life. But no. So I'm thinking like Megabonk, Digimon Stories. I could reasonably like Firewatch and Dredge are both horror games. And I have those downloaded and ready to play, so that those are also on the list. I have Faith as well. Sorry about that. Faith as well is also on the list as something that I could have reasonably play. I know Faith is like genuinely pretty fucking scary, so like that, you know, Mortis. That's the only thing I know from Faith is the fucking Mortis. Welcome on in, Casper. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. I also have six legends downloaded, but like that's probably gonna be more of like a visual novel-esque thing than it is a game. And I'm in the mood to game. Not necessarily like any specific game, but just game in general. So here, let me go around a poll real quick. What's up, Crisp?
So you aren't going to play Pregnant Elsa with Spider-Man's baby gets pediatric surgery?
I would rather not. Megabonk, Digimon Time Stranger, or a horror thing? I'll go and just start that poll. Actually, I should probably start these polls a little bit closer to when I actually plan on playing the game. Songbird has a 4 to 6 hour completion. I do have Songbird downloaded, but also, what's Megabonk? It's, you know Vampire Survivors, I think it's fucking called. Vampire Survivors it's like the halfway point between Vampire Survivors and Risk of Rain 2. It's a lot of it is very addicting for sure. Nope. I do not know. It's kind of like a Risk of Rain 2, except you don't aim. The game automatically aims for you and then gives you 10,000 projectiles to throw at people at a reasonable to long distance. I'm uncultured. You just kind of run around. You pick up weapons to commit horrible acts of violence against random goblins or whatever. And then, yeah. I will have to run a second poll, though, if Horror Thing wins, because I need to run... I have 3 horror things. You know how fucking shit Still Wakes the Deep is? Still Wakes the Deep is 4 hours. How much is this fucking piece of shit game? Hold up. This game does not deserve to be more than $20. Oh, hey, would you look at that? It's like $12. Wait. No, that's the fucking DLC. You're fucking kidding me. Still Wakes the Deep is 35 piece of shit dollars. Fuck off. I tend to be the kind of person where I'm like, I'm pretty like, I'm comfortable with shorter experiences, but those shorter experiences actually have to have like interesting things in them. $35 for 4 hours of content and none of it being particularly interesting is such a fucking waste of my time. At work right now, but I'm lurking. Hope your day's going good. Big dog, it's going okay. A little bit oof, but you know, hey, that's how life be, unfortunately. Play Sims, living is the greatest horror ever to exist. Starky's a lab, he can fix that. I'm scared of what Starky would infect me with. Forgive me for being uncritical, but remind me what was so bad about it again. Welcome on in, Galvin. Give me a shout out for the Doodle Den, heckin' super sweet bean. So the big issue I had with Still Wakes the Deep is that it is boring. It's just boring. The story is uncompelling, the gameplay is mediocre. It's a walking sim, but there's not really like anything interesting going on in the world for you to explore. And then the creatures that you just kind of like. To be fair, it did give me a really fucking funny moment where I just broke the game open, like I just fucking like one of the monsters just decided to fucking like have an intense love affair with a corner. Hey, let me get a shout out for the Doodle Den. If you're not following the Doodle Den, go do so. Doodle Den heckin' super sweet bean. Also, let me also get a shout out for Jin Sunset, a fellow big burb. But yeah, go give this 2 sweet beans follows. I don't know, like Still Wakes the Deep. It's one of those things where it's like the story is whatever. The protagonist is interesting enough, but like for a horror walking sim, I think I felt scared exactly once, and it wasn't even like a jump scare. It was just like a weird, like I saw something out of the corner of my eye that was like a flicking, like tube of steam or whatever, and that like, because like I wasn't expecting it, just like basically flew in front of my vision. The fact that I didn't even react once. It's not like because we played Outlast. The greatest horror game was a demo disc that came from Nintendo 2004 copy of PlayStation Underground. That's extremely specific. I feel like there's a story there that like I am missing a lot of context for. But no, it's just one of those things where it's like I feel like it's Still Weeks the Deep has like exactly enough content in it where you can't it's like, okay, the Garden of Banban 1 is like incredibly short. It's like an hour. The devs realized people were just playing the entire fucking game and refunding it because it's a nothing video game. So they added like 3 hours of paddings to the rest of the games in that series because Garden of Banban devs are not good at being video game developers. I'm gonna be point blank. They make game, and that's about all they have going for them. But no, like I feel like there's like a little bit of padding to the point where it's like, I feel like you could have started me like right after the drill hit the Eldritch Horror and then cut out like half of the attempts to save the rig. And I feel like nothing would have meaningfully have changed in the story. It's infamous that if you played the beautiful Joe 2 demo on the disc, your PlayStation would crash, and upon restarting the PlayStation, your memory card would be wrecked as the crash reformatted the memory card. What the fuck? That is actually wild. I guess to be fair, like the more things change, the more they stay the same, because like we do still like stuff like that still does happen. The Windows update that fucking broke SSDs was like, I think this year. But no, it's like, actually it might have been last year. It was definitely a while enough ago where like it was recent enough where like it would still reasonably be in global consensus. Hold up, Picasso, what is this? I just checked DMs. So this is from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Goated fucking cartoon, by the way. Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy is such a good cartoon. I do like the fact that like Grim, like in this show, the only reason Grim has a Jamaican accent is because the voice actor is like, fuck it, what's the funniest thing I could do, and they just ran with it. I'm beginning to realize why Kasai is the way that he is. Kasai is the one who fucking sent me this. I do love that show. It's a fucking classic. God, so many good like cartoons like in the early 2000s. I feel like a lot of like I guess to be fair, like we shouldn't necessarily be surprised that a lot of them ended up being like a lot of them just basically came and went, which is like, you know, not in any way like a dig at like the current state, although to be fair, Cartoon Network is currently like imploded. I've not seen that show. Oh, come on, Tommy. It's good of you, Sweet Bean. It's really, really good. It's from the early 2000s. It's very, what's the term for it? It's very surreal humor. I love the Tiananmen Square referencing Gumball. I did not realize they had that, but knowing Gumball, that actually does sound incredibly on brand. I miss Megas. Is that the Megas XLR or whatever? Is that the one with the really, really like the thick blonde guy? Or am I thinking of a different show? I feel like I'm not, like I'm being way. Yes. What do you think of the new Gumball? I actually haven't seen it. Okay, I was right. I was right that Megas XLR is the only reason I know it is because of the blonde guy. Like, I mean, honestly, you 100%. I wonder if a bunch of robot fuckers also had their gay awakening because of this show. Because just like, look at him. Look at Coop. You can't see his name, but it is like he is appropriately labeled. Fucking okay. I'm gonna fight OBS. There we go. Well, come on in, Phoenix. Glad you, Sweet Bean. But no, Coop on the left, absolutely. Someone's gay awakening. I didn't ever watch this. This is because like I'm thinking now about like a lot of like I was never like super into big robot stuff. Okay, so I guess it looks like we're gonna be doing more horror stuff today. I was never into super big robot stuff. The only robot thing I've watched is G Gundam. Because my friend put that on. That was actually, I believe, Erratic Phoenix here. Put it on, and I was genuinely so fucking confused. I don't know how to explain G Gundam. Because it's just like extremely like in the episode there was someone from China copying their stuff, and the only way to stop them is to reference TM. It's, oh my god, that's right, that's really fucking funny. All right, looks like we're gonna be doing a horror thing. I'll probably run a poll closer to about the hour mark, but no, G Gundam is just like, it's bizarre. It's because it's very early anime, but it's also early anime where like imagine Gundam, except everyone's a stereotype of their specific like country of origin. This hand of mine is, yeah, my man's fucking special ability is he can just punch, you can just grab things. That's his fucking special power. Hold up, he's got like a finger. A dated racist Dragon Ball Gundam. I mean, that's fair. I'm trying to think of like that's, you know, Akira Toriyama, rest in peace. Like, you know, to some degree it was the fashion of the time, but there are certain characters you look at in early Dragon Ball and you're like, oh, they were still figuring out how to draw people that aren't Japanese. There was definitely like a learning curve in regards to like anime and manga figuring out how to draw black people. I definitely remember, because I think the first example we get of like a reasonably, like, you know, not heavily stereotyped black person in anime is probably like Baccano. I forget, did we get to the episode with Tequila Gundam? I don't think so. Netherland Gundam? Please tell me the Netherland Gundam is just a fucking windmill. It's just a windmill on legs. I don't care about any other Gundam. Tell me the Netherlands Gundam. They just stuck a fucking windmill on legs and they sent it to war. Yep. Let's fucking go. Oh my god. That's so fucking funny. Considering I grew up watching Brave Star, SWAT Cats, Gargoyles, and Biker Mice from Mars, no surprise I ended up as a furry. That was, to be fair, like, that was an entire subgenre of like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles ripoff style thing, because it was Brave Star, SWAT Cats, Biker Mice from Mars, the one with the dogs, Street Sharks, Road Rovers is the one with the dogs. Some are still figuring it out. Have you seen the Sanrio Sea Urchin? No. I'm deeply afraid. Hold up. I'm looking it up. Sambo and Hana? Oh my god! Sanrio, no! Okay, to be fair, it's from 1986. This makes a little bit more sense. This makes a little bit more sense. Having it being from 1986. Street Sharks are like TMNT, but sharks think like burgers, not pizza. Oh my god. Yeah, okay, this is about the same time as they were figuring out that Mr. To be fair, Mr. Popo was a known problem. Like, Mr. Popo is something that, like, because there's not, it's, Mr. Popo isn't in reference to the type of makeup. There is a type of makeup that Japanese women would occasionally wear. Actually, one of them, Popo is Spanish for poop. I did not know that. There is a character from Dan to Dan who actually wears the style of makeup that inspired Jinx's design from Pokemon. I saw they still made products with them. It doesn't look like it. It just has debut 1986. It doesn't look like there's any recent images with them. But no, I'm sure there's like some inspiration, and it's not just blackface, let's make a character around it. That strikes me as being something that they wouldn't do, probably. I say, hoping. The dread creeping into my voice as I'm deeply uncertain, and I don't like that fact. But no, like to some degree, it's a learning curve, because it's also like the blackface is very specifically a Western thing. Just looked up Sanrio. I'm sure there's got like a Sanrio character catalog. There's got to be like a catalog of every character they've had. All characters from Sanrio. How fucking long is this page? And why isn't the page just refuses to load? Vinny, Throttle, and Moto were definitely a throuple. Those mice were so gay. There is okay, so the all characters page on Sanrio's website just does not fucking load. Or rather, it loads, but there's the complete list of Sanrio characters on Listium. Oh god. Shaman King Chocolove. I've actually never, because I have a friend who's super duper into Shaman King, but I've never looked into it myself. Hold up, hold up. Shaman King. I definitely remember like one of my earliest exposures to anime. Oh, hey. So I didn't see Shaman King, but I do recognize the art style. So I probably saw a lot of stuff that was influenced by it. What? There's a fucking early anime where like the main character gets isekai'd. It's either like an early isekai, or like he just basically gets kicked out of his village in the middle of like weird war-torn demon-infested country, and he befriends a mace that has a face and he has a giant Tengu nose. I sound fucking crazy describing this, but I promise you it's a real anime. Hold up, maybe if I could find mace with Tengu nose anime. A giant with a nose. I don't necessarily know if it was a tank. Oh, hold up. It was like a weapon, or like a flail. Motherfucker. I'm gonna crash the fuck out. Because it just keeps giving me like, I look up like mace with large nose anime. The first fucking result is a bunch of characters with big noses from anime, and it's Usopp, the main character from not Kakegurui, the other gambling anime. Tengu nose? I swear to fucking god. Anime with the talking anime with talking cat. Do you have any idea how fucking little that narrows things down? Anime with a talking mace. Hold up. Oh god. Mare? This sounds right. This looks very familiar. I think it was Mare. Because I'm looking at this. What's up, Chris?
Crash Out King, you deserve it. Actually, everyone watching this has earned a free Crash Out pass.
I just remembered Cowboys of Moo Mesa. What? Is that another like TMNT like? Is it about anthro cows with in space? Oh my god. Okay, yeah. Look at this fucking Wario ass character design. I forgot the mustache on this man. That's a good one. I definitely remember this anime for whatever fucking reason, it is in my brain. Is this fucking... He's a flail with a face. Also, he's got a Wario mustache. Just like another 80s to 90s anthropomorphic kid show, just like Street Sharks or Biker Mice from Mars. Does he have a huge ass like Wario? I don't think so. Unfortunately. He looks like one of those, like, you know those like toys where you like... It's like a string. It's like the string in a cup or like a ball in a cup, but I don't know. It's like ball in a cup, but like with almost a hammer or a gavel. Discord. I'm sorry, I skipped it. What the? Okay, Babbo's name is Italian word for dad. Believed to have contained the soul of Ginta's father. Well, I'm sorry for anyone who wanted to watch Mayor the anime. I just fucking spoiled it for you. I can't imagine anyone cares about this fucking series, though, given the fact that I have not heard anything about it in, like... Oh, God. I was, like, 8? So it's been at least 2 decades since I've thought of this fucking thing. I'm sure someone out there, like, really likes it. But no, I'm just like, how many? So how many Teenage Mutant? Now I need to look up the designs for fucking Cowboys of Moo Mesa. Have you heard of Demashta Powerpuff Girls Z? I have not. Hold up. Okay. I don't remember seeing this as a kid, but I definitely have seen this since becoming an adult. I have seen these designs. Is this the one where the fucking... Because I definitely know that there's some fucking, like, cyborg horse sheriff that certain members of the furry community absolutely love. And I think his name's, like, 50/50 or something, which is a fucking wild name. But I feel like it's from this. That's in Brave Star. Hold up. Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is. I reckon that's the horse. That's the horse that apparently a specific group of people in the furry community deeply love. Interesting. Oh, I'm surprised. I guess you've heard, like, this is probably a little bit closer to like mid to late 90s and the early 2000s. 3030. Yeah, he was in Brave Stars. I'm amazed that I got it wrong, but I was close. The idea basically being just a number twice. But no, I've not heard of Damashta Powerpuff Girls Z. Is it like panty and stocking with garter belt? Damashta Powerpuff Girls Z. Yeah, Brave Star was made by the same guy who made He-Man. That makes a ton of sense, actually. Oh my fucking god. I do kind of love when Japanese shows are named after like they're like named after like English words, because the literal Japanese name of this is Damashita Powerpuff Garuzozeto. It's basically Powerpuff Girls the anime. Yeah, that checks out. But I love it, like, Sabu, welcome on in! Wait a second, I recognize that panther. You were just the dead next thing with follow with the blood check. That is sweet, man. Here, let me get a shout out for you. Welcome on in! For those who don't know, Starkymorph, the chaos cutting internet. Variety stream live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Shirts in this economy. Listen, I have them occasionally. I'm allowed to wear shirts. But also, normalize not wearing shirts. Normalize just showing off everything. I'm 100% here for it, except we're currently talking about furry shows from like the late 90s, early 2000s, and I'm realizing how little of this stuff I actually kind of engaged with, because I completely skipped over Brave Star. I knew of a couple of them, but like I was surprised. Oh wait, it's from the 80s. Oh my god, 3030? Yeah. It makes sense that it's more from the 80s. Because like I was 97, but I also ended up watching a lot of like shows that my siblings did, and they are more early 90s. So like I was definitely engaged with the 90s like cartoons at the time. I'm old enough to know that. But yeah, no, like Brave Stars, apparently from the 80s. I guess if you're like, when was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I think that was probably like early to mid 80s. I'm looking real quick. Yeah, Mattel commissioned him to try and save a failing toy line. He did not save it. Look, come on, Kronos. Glad you Sweet Bean. That was later. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah, it's originally was made in 1984. Interesting. Welcome on in, Multo. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Oopka Lurk, all good. Teenage Mutant. To be fair, there have been. Is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles the single most like soft rebooted franchise of all time? I swear to God, like every time I turn around, there's like another reboot of TMNT. To the point where it does freak me out a little bit. I just woke up with from a good nap. Heck yeah. The only other thing I can think of that like might be kind of comparable is Ben 10. I think Batman that's fair. But to be fair, Batman and Superman have had more time because they are older. But no, like I do feel like in terms of like density, like I've we got like TMNT, live action TMNT but kids, TMNT but the same again, TMNT but they're in the future, Transformers. That's a good point. Welcome on, Brianna. Glad I was sweeping. To be fair, are like I don't know enough about Transformers to make a confident assertion. How old are said Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Are they early or late teens when they're not teens anymore? Are they called Adult Mutant Ninja Turtles? Old Ben 10 it was great. I watched Ben 10 up until I watched Ben 10 and I watched the series they did where like everyone was like aged up to like college years, and that was pretty. Brionic, please give me my lab coat back. Don't forget Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles X Batman crossover. Oh hell yeah, that's what we get the I have to show off I have to show off the legendary panel from that comic. The legendary panel from that comic where the crossover between Batman and welcome on Ilyana. Let's go to Sweet Bean. This fucking this panel is art. This panel is art. I will take no comments on it. Please, we both know my way you never would wear shorts. Welcome on, no, Ilyana. Let's go to Sweet Bean. We're currently talking about very, very silly cartoon stuff. Welcome on, Zeph. Glad to have you as well. I feel this one. I feel this meme like this edit of it deeply in my soul. Just a single mistake, a single misspelling, no matter how intense the moment, and people immediately fucking like latch on. I do love this entire this panel. This comic is just such a fucking banger moment. But no, I was talking about Ben 10. Actually, like I liked the like because they did like the main series. They had I can't remember. I think they had an ending to it, and then they did like a time jump forward. And I actually quite enjoyed that. Apparently, the fucking like the deep lore of Ben 10 goes fucking wild. Where like Ben can just casually become like a reality altering fucking ubermensch. Which I guess to be fair, like give any superhero anything enough time, and eventually that will happen. Someone had to write, sketch, ink, color, copy, print, publish, redistribute, and sell that. God bless them for doing that. They did that for us. But now, Alien X. It's just so goddamn wild to me, I think, is the thing. Like, it feels inevitable. Like, okay. I'm sure like what's the most wimp ass superhero? Aquaman, probably. Aquaman's probably fought some fucking dimension destroyer and won. Because give superhero comic writers enough time, and eventually they will write a fucking... It's like Infinite Monkeys. Eventually, the comic writers take themselves too seriously, and they write a fucking, like, interplanar destroying threat, and then they make the main character fight it. Well, come on, Emerald. What are you, Sweet Bean? There's also an alien that just casually warps time. Is that the one that moves really fast, or is that a different one? Put a shirt on, it's cold out. I would, but my shirt was stolen. I'm currently working on making a new one. There's an alien that just casually warps time. The panel is nearly as memed as the strangle drawing from The Last of Us. Wait, the strangle drawing from The Last of Us Part 2? That doesn't sound familiar at all. To be fair, I actively disengaged from The Last of Us after the first one. I won't lie. Last of Us, the original Last of Us was so fucking heavily glazed. I could not give the remotest shit. Starkey absorbed the lab coat. Also, I have to use the restroom. I will be right back. I'm so sorry. Song's a bop. I will go and give you another song that is a bop, and be right back. Alright, I have returned. I am back. And back to the chatting. Welcome on, DJ Bounce. It's not you, Sweet Bean. But no, I'm back to complain about The Last of Us and how it's massively overglazed. I think in terms of games, Last of Us is, I don't know. I don't think it's fair to say it's overhyped, but it is definitely like, it gets so much like verbal tongue bathing that I'm like, I'm good. You know, especially with what happened with the creator and The Last of Us Part 2. I'm good. That's one of the series that I'm just like, it passed me by. I'm fine. But no. Sergey, sent you an example of the meme I was talking about. Hold up. I received apparently. I don't think I've seen this meme. Hold up. This is an entirely new meme to me. It is cropped beautifully. What is this from again? Oh, the strangle from The Last of Us Part 2? Okay, so this is for... Yeah, I'm good. I don't know. It's one of the series where it's like... I'm pretty like whatever on like PlayStation exclusives. And The Last of Us is just one of those things where I look at it and I'm like, I don't know. It's not to say it's like anything wrong with like you know, I acknowledge that like I have games that I definitely overglaze. Yeah, Neil stole the credit for The Last of Us. The writing quality in Part 2 has made that apparent. I had a thought and it was gone. I swear to God. PlayStation exclusives, aka exclusives for a year before they got botched. They get a botched PC port. That's the thing. It's like I was always like, oh, like, you know, I grew up with like, I grew up and our family had like an Xbox 360 and we had like, we had Nintendo 64, GameCube, and then a Wii. And I don't really feel like I missed anything. I'm like, what are the like classical, like, you know, PlayStation exclusives? Like was it the one with Nathan Drake? Fuck, what What is Little Big Planet's a classic. Little Big Planet did look like a lot of fun. I do kind of wish I could have played that, but I'm like, what the fuck? What is the one with Nate? I'm gonna crash the fuck out. Crash Bandicoot. The greatest PlayStation game was Hogs of War. I'm assuming that this is a furry game. Yeah, it's a very furry game. Hogs of War Lardcore. Nah, that's criminal. That's great though, actually. Ratchet and Crank, Jack and Daxter. They had the kind of their own set of like 3D platform collectathons things. Admittedly, what the fuck happened to the Jack and Daxter franchise? Like Jack and Daxter, because I didn't have a PlayStation growing up. I did not engage at all with that that series. So I grew up and I'm like, okay, like I watched like speedruns of like Jack and Daxter 1 and like, okay, collectathon, like 3D platformer, reasonable, like I can figure out what's going on. Then I see like fucking Jack and Daxter 3 and they're in like a war zone in the middle of a like cyberpunk future city and I'm like, what the fuck happened? I thought this was a funny collectathon game. Drink from Shadow the Hedgehog juice. There's already talks about PS6. PlayStation 5 feels like it just came out. Is there any games for PlayStation 5 other than The Last of Us and its annual remake / remaster? I think that's like another thing that turns me off really heavily from The Last of Us. Is it's got like the Skyrim thing going on with it, where like they just keep remaking it. Like why? The German team in the Hogs of War were called the Sauerkrauts. Oh my fucking, or the Sauerkrauts. Terrible. Okay, hold on a moment. I gotta run the poll real quick. Because we gotta figure out what spooky game we're playing. Which spooky game is we have Firewatch, which is a walkathon. We have Dredge, and we have Faith. Yeah, let me just go and start that poll. But no, like, from an outside perspective, I'm just like, no, not Fate, not Fight. Fuck it. I'm keeping it. It's just like, I'm just so like deeply confused. Because it would be like, welcome on a DA. Good to have you, Sweet Bean. Hello, Daddy Boy. Hello, DA, Mr. Agron Man. Here, let me get a shout out for DA. If you've not already seen, Dead Anthro's new heckin' spectacular 2D VTuber absolutely fucking killed it again. I swear, like, you put so much effort and it definitely shows. And also you had the Pumpkaboo thing, the Pumpkaboo VTuber. But yeah, happy Thursday over there. How you holding up, you sweet bean? I know you've been working on a large number of ducks, except with the U censored. But no, what was I talking about? Is it like, Last of Us re-releasing it, back I was gonna mow the lawn, but instead my ADHD has caused too much anxiety. Fair enough. But no, like Last of Us 2, it's kind of the same thing as like why I never got into Street Fighter. I actually like I can enjoy a good fighting game. I kept being very confused by what the fuck the most recent Street Fighter game was, and then I just didn't engage with the series. Oh shit, I almost forgot to do Wordle. I don't trust ducks. I mean, listen, that's a fair that is a fair opinion to have. Ducks, a little bit untrustworthy creatures, unless they're rubber ducks, in which case acceptable. I'm trying to think if I know any duck sonas in the I don't think I know any duck sonas in the fandom. I feel like if you have a duck sona, you have to cope with the weird genitalia thing with ducks, which is like that's probably a pretty good reason why people don't want to do that, because good fucking god. that is not a fun conversation every time. Because you mean the meat lasso? We circle back to penis talk. I swear to I guess to be fair, like every birdsona has to survive the constant cavalcade of talking about the cloaca. So like, you know, one pain traded for another. But no, like, listen, it is the furry phantom. I think that I've seen probably a couple of Duck as a building corkscrew. Yeah, that's the joke. I feel like I've seen a single duck sona out there, but admittedly it was more leaning to the toony aspect where it's like Donald Duck style. You know, so like I you know, fun fact, cloaca means sewer in Spanish. Is it pronounced cloaca? Like el hombre necesita limpiar la cloaca. Or is it still pronounced cloaca? The first time I met a duck furry, they caused drama that the FBI got involved. So, what the fuck?
Spin!
That's fucking wild. Neil actually some gamer god that revolutionized gaming when Naughty Dog is the first company to have that gameplay style, and The Last of Us is every boring ass trope in every zombie show ever. It's just like Donald Duck is one of the Walt Disney's. You're not wrong. Walt Disney did have multiple personas. I'm just happy being a peacock and having an amazing tail. But no, like, to some degree, I think that okay, Last of Us, there's a lot of aspects of it that frustrate me, but I think the one that in particular frustrates me. Oh, hold up a moment. We're about to run a 3-minute section of ads to turn off pre-roll, so people don't have to deal with the ads as soon as they join the stream. To this day, I can't see Duck without thinking sus. But no, like I think my biggest frustration with The Last of Us is how every news outlet treated it like it's a sudden development that games can tell a good story. I think that's the thing about it that annoyed me the most was every fucking, like, you know, it was like, oh, look at this caring, and it's the most fucking like award bait ass story where I'm just like, video games have good stories. The people who just run, like, you know, the people who run the more commonly evoked forms of media, i.e. like movies, TV, news networks, that kind of stuff, they just really kind of refuse to engage with video games as an artistic medium. That's that's another fucking, if the video essay thing works out, that's a fucking entire video essay I want to make, is being like, hey, video games are art. They have their own unique strengths. Let's talk about them, because I genuinely think it's fascinating to be like, I stealth DM'd you something for no reason in particular. Another thing? I already looked at that earlier. But now, it's just like, I don't know. I feel like, and especially because, like, okay, The Last of Us doesn't do anything exceptional. Halo, the TV show, where they didn't even want to adapt Halo, because, okay, The Last of Us 2, or rather, not The Last of Us 2, The Last of Us could have been a movie, and I don't think anything meaningfully would have changed. I think they could have turned into a movie without, like, meaningfully modifying anything that happened. Like it would function just as well as a movie as a game. The fact that they made it a game is more or less an afterthought. It's not making full use of the medium and like using the parts of it that like excel to like really tell a story. I feel like with and to some degree, I think that's why it annoys me, is because it's always like oh, you know, it's like a video game isn't like a valid piece of art until it gets like translated into a movie or a TV show or whatever. And I'm like, the reason a lot of those things suck is because they're taking a gameplay story and immediately trying to basically taking the like story bits and then like kind of reconfiguring them to fit in a movie context without really thinking about the actual gameplay. Like, okay, I think it's most fascinating when, like, because having gone I went to a, museum of art recently, and the pieces that spoke to me the most personally were the ones where I actually, like, was allowed to get involved. You know, there was one that was like, there was a piece that was commemorating lives lost to the AIDS epidemic, and it was basically just a large number of mints on the ground, and they were like, yeah, go ahead, take one, and really, like, you know, consider like your relation to this piece of history, and, you know, in queer history. And I was like, that's fascinating. Like it actually, like, it adds, like, yeah, like that piece of art, exactly. It's like, I think there's just like interesting ways to go about art, and a lot of like there is value in adding a like hands-on like aspect to art that gets kind of unsung, and I think that that's the part about video games that succeed, like, is the most successful. There's a game I need to play called The Starter's Guide. I know there is, so it is a game with a tilt, and I know what the tilt is going in, but it's one of those things where it's like, it very much, it is almost like a meta, like discussing video games as art, and like the expectations of an audience versus a like just letting a person who wants to make a thing make a thing. Speaking of The Last of Us show, Nick Offerman is starring in a theater production nearby in Bristol. Him saying Brizzle, local slang for Bristol. Now I feel like a fucking numpty for pronouncing it with a hard T. Bristle. Makes me laugh for no reason. Yeah, that's right. Not me stealing the British slang to make fun of myself. Well, welcome on in, Saber. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. I'm gonna go and sneak the... Thank you, Kasai, for breaking Swariel's kneecaps. Okay, let me get the sneaky shout out. How you doing, you Sweet Bean? Gosh, there's a big bird on my screen. It's a heckin' sweet, it's a sweet cat. My chat. If it's one thing that I think is the portrait of the artist friend, the eating of the candy represents how AIDS was wasting away. It's heartbreaking and amazing representation of the situation. Oh, absolutely. We'll make a Brit out of you yet. I'm sorry, you can't. I like spicy food too much. I'm sorry. Okay, that's adorable. The tail crush. Okay, but I do have to ask, whose tail is that? Because it's like a fluffy dirt tail. I feel like I'm like no reason in particular. Not like I like fluffy dirgs or anything. I was trying to interrupt you to shout out myself, my friend. Heck yeah. I honestly, like, it's been great getting to meet you and talk to you a bit. We'll fix that with some English mustard. I fucking hate mustard. I hate mustard so much. It's like the worst condiment. I'm sorry to say this. But no. Do you just have like an entire animated series of poor tiny Saber just getting like destroyed? Because if so, I'm 100% here for that. Mayo is better than mustard. This is the rare instance where I will agree with you about one of your mayo takes. I need more, to be honest. If you ever want to get goop absorbed, feel free to borrow my like self, I guess. Mustard tastes like pain and sadness. Hello. Hello, Starky. I'm very forward about the fact that my Sona is just goop in the shape of a bird. I am nanomachine goo. Y'all need more mustard? Mustard fucking sucks. I'll say it. I'll say what we're all thinking. Mustard is one of the most mediocre condiments. Wait, Saber, did I blow your mind about that? Because if so, yes, I am. I actually need to get some goopy art of Starkey at some point. It's that. I'm so bullied. Everyone hates me. I didn't know that you were a bird. I didn't know. No, I thought you were a bird. I mean, I am. Okay, Starkey's lore. Technically, Starkey is also a bird. Born crow, converted and was consumed and converted into goop by nanomachine incident involving academic espionage. So technically both. Originally bird, now bird plus goo. You aren't just brave enough for mustard. I had an alcohol once where it was a gin, and the aftertaste was mustard, and that was the only reason I couldn't drink it, is because I love gin. I did not like the mustard aftertaste. Welcome on to Casper House. Good to have you, Sweet Bean. Yeah, man, you never hear about people die from ketchup, Kaz. I know that's so cool. Yeah. I need to actually, like, I need to write up, because, like, one of the reasons why I was learning how to do art was because I kind of wanted to do, like, a comic telling my Sona's backstory. Admittedly, that was supposed to be, like, I was originally going to do that to, like, debut this model, so I need to figure out another reason, I need to find something new to debut, so that way I can actually, you know, like, justify making that. I'm being to ask you, was Starky born a crow anthro or a normal crow? Crow anthro. Born crow anthro, turned into goop. And I have, like, in my brain, an entire fucking, like basically an entire corruption and then a redemption arc for him. Academic espionage, what happened? You study nanomachines, you get pushed into a pit of nanomachines, you become nanomachines. Debut the old model. That's a good point. I actually do need to set that up. Hold up a moment. Let me go and how high can you lift your model's arms? Well, okay. That's a good question. The problem is my USB hub is failing, so I actually can't use hand tracking. But espionage? Yes. Suffice it to say, the villain of Starky's backstory is basically capitalism, but manifest in a person. Here, miscellaneous. I'm trying to get the audio set up so that way there we go. Dredge. Nope, there we go. Because I mean, like, okay, here's the thing. A lot of research actually happens at colleges. Like, very few, like, you know, actually meaningful, here. So Elon Musk's, oh, hold up. I just realized, there we go. So Elon Musk / Jeff Bezos, basically, more or less. Okay, there we go. I've been meaning to play this for a hot minute. But yeah, Dredge, apparently it's like a comfy horror thing. But yeah, I'm sorry, I'm making the manifestation of capitalist a hyena, so do mind that. I'd like this game's style. How dare. But Akaborb, you're a Borb. Sorry, I sent you some cannabis lore. You're playing one of my favorite games. Favorite part of campus lore, he doesn't need glasses, but he's very vain. He likes to wear... he thinks to look smart, he wears 3 sets of glasses is wild, actually. But no, I think DA, you were actually the person to gift me this game, if memory serves. I can't remember if it was this or A Sprite you got me, but it was one of the two. Beans are too good. I mean, listen, you can have a villainous hyena as a treat. And not a villainous hyena that's I can't remember. It was one of the two. I think, because I don't think I have a Sprite. So I think it was this one. Oh, hold up, I need to update the game category. What's up, Crisp?
Did I ever tell you about the guy with the mysterious stones in his sink, but it's not the Tellman?
No, what? Hold up, You've introduced so many questions. Did I ever tell you about the guy with the mysterious stones in his sink, but it's not the Tellman? I'm deeply confused. Who is the Tellman? Why does he have stones in his sink? Who is this mysterious man who isn't the Tellman? Why does he also have stones in his sink? I'm pretty sure the normies think hyenas are villainous. It's not really a treat, it's an abundance. I suppose that's fair. Are they a hot villainous? To be fair, he would be hot. He would have been very, like... very much thinking like Nick from Left 4 Dead 2. So like, you know, to some degree, like sleazy suit, like shit-eating grin, that kind of stuff. You mean Starky doesn't have stones in their sink? No? Am I supposed to have stones in my sink? The guy has mysterious stones in his sink whenever the Tellman shows up to speak to his landlady. Casa, you're speaking in English, but it is like you are speaking in tongues to me. What the fuck does any of that mean? I'm not like my brain's not fucking gooped, right? Like, I'm not the only one here who's deeply lost, right? Does anyone else know the Tell Man? The morning light fills your eyes and you try to sit upright. You're lying on the cold, wet docks where you collapsed the night before. A short man is shouting orders at a handful of workers disembarking from a boat nearby. The man notices you. Welcome to Greater Morrow. I must say, quite the dramatic first impression. I see you've already introduced yourself to the jagged rocks along the bay. Did you not see the lighthouse? It was shining right at you. Ah well, I'm glad to see our new fisherman upright and breathing. Your boat was hopelessly damaged, but I've had a few of the locals move your things to one of our old vessels. We'll catch up later to discuss more details. I'll let you get out there to catch some fish. See if you can fill your cargo while you got your bearings in the light. Okay, just DM'd you the full story. I have a pursuit added. From the weird community in Reddit, keep finding pebbles in my sink. Reddit's fucking, yeah, I didn't realize there was a Reddit dedicated to just weird things. But somehow that does make sense. Because, like, Reddit is already full of weird things. So the weird things that are too weird for the normal subreddits, fascinating. Finally, I don't suppose I need to say this, but get back by sundown before the fog rolls in. Keep a close eye on the time. It can really creep up on you. Oh, God. Time management simulator. Okay. Start fishing. Corvus keep throwing stones in my sink. Help. My kid Kennedy needs to leave the stones under his pillow for the Tell Man. Okay, so it's kind of a cozy fishing thing. Trophy catch. Okay. Let's see what else there is out there. I don't know, like I've never necessarily been like a big fishing person. I like fishing, but hold up. Can I rotate you? Oh, I can. Perfect. Let's catch all of the fish. Disturbed water. Stock low. You don't have the right equipment for this spot. What? Health taking concern for one of my tenants. Whenever I see the property, I see his sink is full of stones. I wonder, can I actually like... Okay, you can't pull in the same location twice, unfortunately. Time only advances when you're moving, fishing, or taking other specific actions. Wait, do we fucking control time? Hold up, I see something over there. It's kind of like glowing. And you know what that means? You know, Corvid ancestry. I gotta see what the fuck's going on with the glowy place. Cabin. Pursuits. Catch fish for the day. Mayor asked to catch as many fish as I can, then head back to Greater Morrow. Marrow? Unclear. I mean, I guess it's Marrow because it's Dredge, so we're dealing with some kind of eldritch monstrosities going on around here. What about you? 21st cabin. Messages. We had a slight accident yesterday around the shallows at the back of the Greater Marrow. A rock seemingly appeared out of nowhere and struck the front of the boat. It did not penetrate the hull, but it jostled us around and a few items fell overboard into the water. We did not see what they are, which is of some concern, but we all believed important articles are accounted for. He has been checking over some notes from the boat renaming ceremony. He is paranoid that he performed the steps incorrectly. I've never known him to be so superstitious. Oh god, is this a fucking... What? Is this the like, is this, I'm sure there's like, cause it is fish, so there has to be like little, like Innsmouth references. It's Innsmouth? Call it a horror story and it's Innsmouth. I'm a little proud of that joke. I don't care. That one was for me. I heard there was a cult that worships a spaghetti monster that lives at the bottom of the ocean. Also, ChatGPT apparently has a mental breakdown if you ask if the seahorse emoji is real. Honestly, bestie, same. Okay. I wish my boat moved a little bit faster. Pet the burb. Thank you for paying the burb. Hello. Hello. Select your... Select your light. Oh. Okay, so I should probably be getting home, because apparently the fucking eldritch monstrosity is about to start coming out. It went from here it is, this time for real, just kidding, it's this one, before going no. I love that someone asked ChatGPT where was China in the IS, it was a fictional country of Genshin Impact. Is fucking wild. A floating buoy, it serves as to mark a safe passage past dangerous rocks and obscuring hazards. Its dim light also provides a brief respite in the gloomy of the night. Okay. Oh, so it literally did just fucking pop up out of nowhere. Yes, it's collapsing. Starky, it literally... Oh, to be fair, that's probably a manifestation of like how they limit sight without making the entire fucking screen pitch black. Would you fuck this man? He is very egg-shaped. 12K characters at ChatGPT having a mental breakdown over a single question. I can't believe you just broke your own ship. Listen, the rock literally fucking manifested from the ether. What do you want from me? Step onto the dock at Greater Marrow. The mayor is waiting nearby. I see you've returned in one piece. Very good. Before you head off to town, we should discuss the matters of your boat. As mentioned earlier, your old boat was too badly damaged to be repaired. However, I'm more than happy to sell you that replacement vessel, yours to own. I understand you may not have the necessary funds on hand, so we'll consider it a loan, but I want to make this easy for you. Until your debt is repaid, a tiny portion of your fish sales will go towards paying it off. A small amount of interest will go towards improving the town. So to recap, you'll need to sell fish to the local market, paying off your debt, and in turn keeping the population fed and satisfied. Understood? Selling fish helps. Where do I sell the fish? Our local fishmonger will appraise and purchase what you catch. He's open all hours. Off you go then, and sell those fish while they're still fresh. Alright, Mr. Fishmonger. You enter a squalid shack on the fringe of the marketplace. The familiar smell of fish fills the air. Flies buzz haphazardly around a downcast man behind the counter. Oh, by the way, Stark, have you any plans for the weekend? Actually, you tried. You jumped the gun. I almost gave you an honest response. You almost got me. So close. But you were so you were too quick to pull the gun. But no, I actually might be streaming this weekend, given the fact that it is TwitchCon and just like, you know, hey, I got nothing else going on this weekend, so I might as well. Oh, you're the new fisherman, eh? Surprised they found a new one so fast. What happened to the other one? It takes a certain type of person out to last out here. It's no life for everyone. I like to think that he's like a barely interpretable. Anyway, to business. I'll pay you fish. Bigger and fresher means more money. Some species are just worth more too. Other towns and other islands might pay you different, but while you still got debt here outstanding here, I suggest you work at paying it off first. So let's see what you got. Oh, hold up. How do I fucking... Okay. Oh, I guess I could have just sold all. The mayor's standing outside the fishmonger store. Excellent work. I have no doubt you'll be able to provide for this town. Why is every character in this game a pack-a-day smoker? Look here, I found this down by the docks. I'm sure someone like you could have make something out of it. Why don't you take it? Research parts. I think I ascertained stream delay pretty well, not gonna lie. Oh, one last thing. Our local shipwright mentioned she might be able to make some modifications to your ship. You should pay her a visit. Oh, hello. I was not expecting a character design like this to pop up. As you walk into the yard, you see the shipwright making repairs to a damaged hull. She looks at you briefly before turning back to her work. You must be the new fisherman. I can make improvements to your vessel in the yard. Mind you, I'm not in the business of doing favors around here. Payment is up front and everything takes some time to install. Oh, so you take any damage from the rocks or any damage at all, I can patch it up. Mostly. She shrugs and gestures towards the hole she is currently attempting to repair. A number of wooden boards, all well above the water line, are splintered and scratched. Take a look around. Just remember, the bigger the equipment, the longer it takes to install, so plan ahead. Alright. Well, shit, man. Okay, so I can buy more engines to go faster. Would not. You would not, the mechanic lady? Okay, yeah, the rock literally does, like, manifest. Like you actually cannot see it until you get close. So it's not just like a distance thing. It literally is like... There we go. Okay. Let's go somewhere where the stock's a little bit higher. Because apparently the stock here is low. I don't have the right equipment for this spot. God damn it. Hold up, what's... Encyclopedia. Hey, what's the stereotype for foxes again, Starky? I mean, the general stereotype is they tend to be submissive bottoms. Nope. Oceanic, huh? Shit, what the fuck can I catch then? Nope, can't dredge there. Perfect. Again, stock low. Spot's been depleted. Just shallow, it seems. Or that. I mean, can I fish here? Okay, I can. So I guess I just can't fish in shallow water then. Fucking son of a bitch. God, all those years of playing DBD, and by years I mean I think I literally played it like 1 year. Oh, let's fucking go. It's like it's not paying off. All that Jenny experience means nothing. To be honest with you, like I actually like reasonably could still be playing DBD. It just doesn't. I don't know. Like I took a break from it and then never got back into it, which I think is a sign of like a game that probably isn't particularly fun, if I had to guess. Depleted. It's like... Okay. Again, I feel like I need to approach this place slow at night. Because otherwise the fucking rock will, like, manifest and piss me off. Okay. I mean, this is a very, very cozy experience. Okay. I have a special order to come through from a customer. If you can fulfill it, I'll pay above your normal prices. That's for 1 gulf flounder and 1 gray eel. Just bring them here if you have them. You'll need a rod that can handle shallow water fish in order to catch those. Shipwright should be able to sort that out for you. $100 for a single day of fishing. I won't lie, that's like pretty good. What about stereotypes for rabbits? Very similar to for foxes. We need simple skimmer. Suited for catching fish that live in the shallows. All right, now we can fish in the shallows. A hunched woman approaches from the steps of the lighthouse. She stops some distance away and looks at you with concern and visible apprehension. Why are you here? I've come to see the area. There's nothing here for you, someone like you anymore. Do yourself a favor and move on. She turns and shuffles back along the path that leads to the house. Friendly. What about insects? They're like, the mayor wants to say something. There's not really enough insects in this like insect sonas in the fandom to really draw a general conclusion. Welcome on NPC. Glad to have you, sweet bean. Just the person I was hoping to see. Will you be sailing out east towards Little Marrow? Would you give this package to the dog worker there, please? Sure. Hands you a small, damp package bound in strings, dripping slightly. The dog worker will pay you upon delivery. Please be quick about it. I don't want it to spoil. Let me go ahead and... Curious looking component could be used to develop new equipment, but you need to do investigation of the dock first. Okay. So where the fuck am I going? Cabin, pursuits. Deliver the package to the dock worker at Little Marrow. So just heading east. This did not need to be a 3-point turn. But fuck it, we do it regardless. Fuck it, we ball. Welcome on NPC. Hopefully you're doing all right, you sweet bean. I should probably handle the package first. Since I think he's just shipping fish. It was a good button. It was a good button. Really sells the gameplay. All right. What, a delivery? Let's see here. There's a small hole in the paper and peeks inside. You can't say for sure, but it feels as though he's shielding it from your view. Yeah, nice and fresh. This'll do nicely. I'm to pay you, I suppose. Hands you some money. I was given this old book a few weeks back, but it didn't make much sense to me. You'll surely get more use out of it. You know, I was considering how I'd rank Pokemon Starkers, and I remembered there's apparently a lot of Rillaboom X Incineroar ship art. I mean, to be fair, there is one person in particular who is to blame for that. Her name as an artist is Hyaku / I don't know if it's Hyaku or Heiku. But she's on Twitter and she's great, and a lot of her art is really, really cute, and some of it very, very horny. And honestly, I love her, like, her series where she's just like, yeah, this little dog, this little dog guy that you pick up, and then he fucking, like, Like he's a little bit smaller than you, and then he grows to being like 4 times your size. And I'm like, God, I wish that were me. Pulls a crumpled book from his back pocket and hands it out to you. A number of pages are folded over. Give me your cabin. Perhaps you can read it while you're on the water. Stop by for a chatty moment. I know how lonely it can be. Sustainable fishing. It's like there's an active book. So that's her name, huh? Yeah, I hold up. There's a trader here. Yeah, it's either Heiku or Hyaku. I feel like it's like it's one of those things where it's like I don't know if I'm like misremembering or if it like is actually like I want to say it's Heiku. Yeah, I've been shown some of her cute / wholesome stuff. It's great. You enter a brightly lit shop. It's packed with antiques. The shelves full of jewelry and other baubles. An old man peers at you over silver spectacles. Hello, is that? No, I don't believe we've met. Forgive me, my eyes aren't what they used to be. I specialize in antiques and jewelry. I'll purchase any special trinkets you happen to have. Have we gotten anything nice with you today, perhaps? Nope. Oh, I just realized. This is what the fucking research is for. Flexible. A hybrid design that allows you to, Oh. I see. Don't mind me. Don't mind me, just a casual brush up against the fucking docks. Gulf flounder. Well, that's one acquired. Sometimes I've accidentally wandered into vids where they were unexpectedly horny. Oh, for sure. Okay, so I need to try to find a eel. Eels, honey. Eels. I'm just casually... God, I need to give Night in the Woods another playthrough. It's just like... I think it's just like a really good, Okay, so what is going on here? Nope. Shapes in the deep. What? That doesn't sound very friendly. You know the shapes? Yeah, the shapes in the deep. They appear there. They shape and they deep. And they shape and deep. Oh. From the fog. Hear a foghorn echo. God, I can't type on mobile. All right, well, I'm full up on fish today. I'll be honest with you, like, boy, that looks friendly. It definitely doesn't look like some kind of horrible murder gas. And where I try to guess if I'm going to find something cute or back out because it's horny. Nah, just, you got any fish to order? For that, yes. So leave whatever you have. Okay. So I don't need to complete it in one step. All right, come back when you have everything, not a regular business. All right, sell everything else. The mayor's walking towards you. He seems to be in a good mood with a spring in his step. Fantastic news. Thanks partly to your efforts, Greater Marrow is growing. Our town is sure to be swarming with visitors any day now. In fact, I've granted a consent for the shipwright to expand its facilities. The old dry dock is operational again. I've also allocated some money to improve the fishmonger's device services. He might have something to talk to you about soon. Keep up the good work. We are glad you have chosen to be here with us. This is the dry docks. We can make significant improvements to your vessel. We're talking extra space, more attachment points for the equipment, and even superior hulls. We'll need a decent stock of hard metals for these projects. Lumber, metal, scrap, that sort of thing. How do I get materials? There's plenty of decent materials around the coast, from various shipwrecks and the like. I'm sure you'll find a way to get at them. Materials assigned towards ship upgrades here will be stored, so don't worry if you only have half of what we need. Interesting. Okay. Can I get... I can get a second engine. Which does seem incredibly handy. Son of a bitch. I actually got fucking comboed. I fucking parallel parked too well. All right. Well, there goes there goes the rest of my fucking savings. I actually showed my mom how Telegram stickers can be heckin' wild cards sometimes. Oh yeah, the classic like, oh that's a cute Telegram sticker, and then inevitably it has like the most like the most profoundly horny sticker you've ever seen, just casually sitting around. Like Telegram stickers are the ultimate like r/50/50. Speaking of the devil, my mom just called. That's a hell of a segue. Shapes in the deep. You have the right equipment for that. How the fuck am I supposed to? Because I'm assuming that that's materials. Looks like materials to me. Alright, we need to find eels. Are you eels? These look like eels. Excuse me, how fucking big is that skull? Why is it here? That's a fucking like megalodon skull. Okay, more eels. Nope. That's a great grand eel skull. That's horrifying and also kind of sick, to be honest. So where does the Eldritch Horror kick in? Because so far, there doesn't seem to be anything too spooky going on. The stone hums quietly, sending ripples through the air around it. Faint shapes dance upon its surface, vanishing before your eye can focus on them. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking place my hand on that stone. The cold stone does not respond to your touch. I'll be honest with you, I don't know what I expected. Sustainable fishing. A reading complete. Check cabin for bonuses. 3% chance to not reduce fishing stocks when catching fish with a rod. Also, a boat is an old husk. You pull a little closer. Oh. Okay, so this is how you're supposed to upgrade your ship. Is it worth getting rid of an eel? probably. I feel like it's gonna be worth getting upgrade materials over the money. Sometimes you just gotta pick up an eel and then take it away from its home. It's, you know, it's part of the culture. Look, come on, an epic duck. Let me sweeping. Exposure to fog and other things increases your panic. Bright light and sleeping will reduce it. Where the fuck is where's my panic meter? Or do I have a panic? How would you even say panicometer? Panicometer? Son of a bitch. Yes, I would like to sell this. Perfect. And then I can grab this because I have the second. Flexible fishing pole. Hybridizing allows for flexible fishing styles. Go just like stack this stuff in storage. All right. I gotta say, like, we only do get like, we do not get much time out for fishing, unfortunately. Nope, can't get anything else from there. At least nothing I can reasonably store on my ship. But no, this is a very, very cozy experience so far. I am kind of waiting for the Eldritch Horrors to kick in, but you know, all in due time, I suppose. Oh hey, grotesque mackerel. Corrupted scales and bulbous eyes like nothing you've ever seen before. Well, there you go. Ask and you shall receive, I suppose. Ah, yes, the Eldritch fish. Show the fish. I should take it to the fishmonger. He might know more. I deliver the package. Encyclopedia. Ah, yes, Eldritch fish. I mean, to be fair, like, Eldritch horror is very much based in kind of fish and flesh. Like, that is kind of the crux of Eldritch horror. All right, Mr. Fishmonger. Yes, I do have fish for that order. Here is your eel. Fishmonger wraps the fish and hands you some money. Good. I should be pleased with this. Got another order here. These ones are a little more curious. They want a couple squid and a whole black grouper. Dare see many folk fish and squid these days. They only feed at night, and well, you know what nights are like around here. Good luck. What is it today? You hand the grotesque fish to the fishmonger. He grins, raising the fish up to his face before inhaling a deep, stuttering breath. Did he just huff the fish? Yeah, now this is the sort of specimen to liven up my day. Wonder. He runs his fingers firmly along the length of the fish, as though feeling for something. He pushes from one side of its stomach, and a small shape can be seen against the bulging scales. He slices the fish open, and from its stomach he pulls a small piece of fabric and spreads it out on the counter. It's a delicately patterned handkerchief. Well, I've never seen that before in all my days. I'll give you this thing and pay for the fish to you, of course. It's not the first corrupted fish I've seen in these parts, so I'm sure you'll find more before long. I'll pay you well if you find any more. A once beautiful handkerchief drawn from the insides of a grotesque fish, patterned with delicate crimson thread. A man is looking at you through your cabin windows. His face is mostly in shadows. I know what you took to the fishmonger. And I'll be clear, I know you extracted an artifact from it. I need to inspect it, but not here. You need to be on Blackstone Isle. Head out into this bay and cut south. I have a business proposition you'll want to hear. I'll be waiting. I suppose I'm gonna have to keep this, then. Okay. Deliver the package. Okay. Shipwright. Oh, god damn it, I can't buy it yet. It would be handy, but... Alright. Let's see if we can go meet What's-His-Face. Also keep an eye out for any other, I guess, shipwrecks, since that's what we have to do to find parts to upgrade our ship. It does feel like, you know, with all the trees about, it would be a little bit easier to source materials, but, you know, I'm not a shipwright by any definition, so... Yeah, no, it needs to have the blood of humanity spilled on it in order to be used in a ship. Ruined mansion. The man is standing in a doorway watching you approach. He's holding an old book in one hand. It's bound in crimson with silver ribbons. You came. Good. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm a collector of many things. Art and artifacts, treasures and truths, and curios that occupy the periphery of desire. And you have something from me. You gave the handkerchief to the collector. He holds it up to the flickering light and studies it. These patterns are unmistakable. Even after all this time, the handkerchief comes from an old ship I've been searching for. It sank many years ago. It carries items of great importance. As you can imagine, retrieving them is proving to be challenging. That's where you come in. My proposition is this. I'll outfit your vessels with equipment that lets you dredge the wrecks in dark depths. Find me these lost relics, and I will reward you in ways beyond all imagining. You need not give up your fishing career. I'll merely need a few hours with your vessel to make the necessary alterations. What do you say? Sure. An excellent decision. I'll prepare the equipment immediately. The relics we're looking for are a ring, a necklace, a watch, and a music box and key. I would encourage you to ask around the towns about shipwrecks or other strange occurrences, anything that might be worth investigating. Return when you have something. What's going on in the workshop? You enter, taking a moment to let your eyes adjust to the dim light. You find some horrifying creations among the detritus. Arterial engine. And sign of ruin. The bony blades of this grotesque engine are driven by a pulsing heart. It beats in time with your own. A symbol of the deep is carved into the small talisman. It's sure to draw the attention of those attuned to it. +5 aberration bonus. I guess in storage they'll go, because signs of ruin are always good, right? Oh, probably. You know, it's all a part of the culture. The culture of being people made of fish. This, you know, I probably, technically that is correct. The people are made of fish in the same way that most people are made of people. But it does feel wrong to describe a fish person as a person made of fish. Maybe that's just a me thing, though. Ooh, lumpy mackerel. Don't mind if I do. One caught, a writhing mass of lumps twisting and pulling their way under the scale of the vessel. How long could it have lived like this? Search of relics. Okay. I'm assuming I need to get like oceanic depth to fish. I'm assuming these are like sharks. Shork. Okay. I should now also be able to dredge these depths. Dredge, shapes in the water. Oh, fuck me. Okay. Son of... Why is this so much... I feel like I'm fucking it up. Like it's not that hard, but I am still fucking it up. Worn golden ring. Don't mind if I do. Alright, have to be careful of the fucking... Hello? What's going on here? Juicy. I got a fish that it looks like it's infected by the fucking the radiance from Hollow Knight. Who gave this poor squid Fanta? Fisherman, have you run into a photographer on your travels? She docked here a few days ago for supplies. Suggested she take some pictures of the town for promotional purposes, but she didn't seem too interested. She mentioned she was heading south. Perhaps you should introduce yourself. All right, fishmonger. Yes, I did here. All right, just need to get the black grouper. It's in shallow waters. Okay, easy peasy. Found this book out back. Could be useful to you. Rods, reels, and rigs. Reaches under the counter and hands you a damp, battered book. All right, here's a bunch of fish for you. Bolt of clothing. Could be used for vessel renovations. I will probably keep that in mind then. All right, I still can't afford the flexible fishing pole, unfortunately. Let's try the cloudy lens. See if maybe that lets us go out at night a little bit more. Oh god, there's a lot of fucking people for us to talk to. What is it? Do you know of any shipwrecks around here? She eyes you suspiciously. Here's a spot near the back of Greater Marrow, where the current carries in wreckage from the sea. Some nights you can see an unnatural glow rising from the patch of dark water. Can't imagine what's down there in the deep. So if you're looking for what I think you're looking for, it's best you just move on. Have you heard of any strange happenings? I see plenty of strange things from atop the lighthouse. Sometimes I don't know whether or not I can trust my own eyes. There's like that's fair, like, because lighthouses do tend to be very, very solid, like solitude areas. They're definitely like, I believe there was like old like it took like a bunch of years in a lighthouse for like an old fisherman's tale to be confirmed of basically like square waves. Which if you see square waves, apparently you're supposed to fucking run inland as far as you possibly can because there's about to be a huge fuck off storm. I see. Sometimes I don't know whether or not I can trust my own eyes. That's a crisp.
Starky, do you think those sexy fishmen has taken sailors as brides? Those lucky sea dogs.
You know what? Good point. Good question. It's like that South Park episode with Kanye. Listen, if you want to be a gay fish, more power to you. Shows the lantern up so that it shines brightly onto your face. Are you really standing in front of me, or is this just another of the fog's tricks? Who lives on Blackstone Isle? I see a lot from up here, you know. I saw that ill-fated boat return. I chose to look the other way. I watched an unnatural glow flicker through those windows. Whatever you've got planned, I hope you know what you're doing out there. All right, builder. You approach a woman sitting on the dockside, staring out to sea. She turns to you. What's it like out there? It's peaceful. It's gonna be a damn sight better than this bloody town. I think I just need to get away for a while, maybe not come back. Going backwards is a mistake, don't you think? You should always keep moving forward, moving along. It's not so bad here. Garion! Welcome on in! Welcome on in! Welcome on in! For those who don't know, what's fucking wrong with me today? I swear to God, did you catch a big sexy shark man or an eldritch horror? So far, eldritch horror is still holding out for the big sexy shark man. Here, let me get a Twitch shout out. Also, happy heckin' I'm late, but happy heckin' birthday! Here, I almost just fucking rated you, which would have been so goddamn funny. But no, go give Gary a follow. Heckin' super sweet bean. Also, if you like big werewolf men, Gary has a pay what you want commission going on. So go support heckin' super amazing board gear. But yeah, hopefully you're doing all right. Hopefully the art went well. I'll be honest with you, I'm very tempted to snag a like werewolf-esque commission myself. Depending on how this next week goes, I might come back and be like, hey, the werewolf. I'll just send you all caps, space between each letter, werewolf, and that's when you know. That's when you'll know. I'm like, okay, hand over the werewolf. No, happy October, and also again, happy belated birthday. Hopefully. But also, you know, we're just kind of chilling, and we keep it open, so no worries. Heck yeah. But no, go commission Gary. Gary, heckin' spectacular artist, genuinely making such incredible strides and progress as an artist. Also, you did just rate in, but we are about to run 3 minutes of ads. We run those every hour to turn off pre-rolls. People don't have to deal with the ads as soon as they join the stream. So do mind that. I wish I could just turn off ads altogether, but you know, Papa Twitch gotta make his fucking money. Perfect. But yeah, no, like you know, the Starky werewolf, that does seem neat. I'll be honest with you, I've had an idea in my mind for just like a thing I need to work on myself. I can go take a walk and stretch. Heck yeah, go take care of yourself. Go stretch, go take a walk, go hydrate, go grab a snack. Go talk to your family, go walk an animal. Not necessarily your animal, just an animal. Take them for a walk. Say, if you find some materials, maybe you can help me move? I mean, really move. There's an island I've heard about on Steel Point just to the north. 2 units of lumber and 2 units of scrap is all I need. I can make a new place for myself out there. You'd be welcome to visit, too. Aren't you an animal, Starky? I suppose, by the definition of what an animal is. Just stack it up at Steel Point when you have anything. I'll pay you when the job's done. I want to ask about the wider region. Oh, God. Listen, man, I ain't fucking trying to talk to you that much. Do you have any shipwrecks around here? Shipwrecks, unfortunately, there's been quite a few in the recent years. The lighthouse helps, but even it struggles to get through the fog some nights. We do our best to salvage and clear any shipwrecks that occur around this side of the island. That should make fishing a bit easier for you. Around the back, though, it's a little harder to get to. There are still some wrecks towards the deeper patches. You'll want to avoid that area. What do you know about any strange occurrences? Well, I heard that my counterpart in Little Marrow met the most unfortunate end. They say he went mad quite suddenly. One day he was normal, the next he was pacing the shoreline, hurling people's belongings into the sea. After some days like this, he disappeared, never to be seen again. Nowadays, the tale of the old mayor is used to scare children. Not many remember him, myself included, and those that do remember don't seem to like talking about it. And a most unpleasant subject. What happened to the last fisherman? The last fisherman? Oh, he was very unreliable. He'd go out at night, come back with no fish, and proceed to sleep all day. He was also a terrible captain. I mean, really terrible. Constantly running aground on the reef. Even in broad daylight, the shipwright almost ran out of wood for repairs. No, he was no good. One evening he'd left and never came back. So long he shan't be missed by us. All right. I'm very much regretting giving the mayor and the two characters that are the fucking wordiest. I regret giving them the fucking gravel voice. Who knows, maybe if I speak it like this enough, it'll become my natural speaking voice. To be fair, there are people who have like that kind of like natural deep bassy voice, like Lethragar, and I won't lie, I'm a little jealous. There's something here that's... Lighthouse towers above, waves crash endlessly against the perilous rocks below. All creatures, human or otherwise, would have their brittle bodies broken and thrown at its feet. You part of the intrinsic power of the structure, a vast column of stone shouldering the responsibility of countless lives. How long will it stand? How long until it decays into ruin and its purpose exhausted? The lighthouse towers above. Well, no, like listening to the Lethragar, I'm like, because it's the combination of like the kind of scratchiness and the bass where I'm just like, oh, I tend to be the person where I'm like, I'm pretty neutral about, you know, like I tend to be like pretty unaffected by like accents and voice types, but like it is a special combination there where I'm like, okay, I see the appeal. I'm fucking stupid. Nope, I was able to figure it out. Do you stop after I tend to be pretty? Welcome on in, Brigand. Glad to have you, sweet bean. Haha, got him. How dare you compliment me? You know what happens. You're the last person who complimented me. Oh, the painter.
Oh, the fisherman. I thought you might stop by. Welcome to my humble studio. If you're wanting to experiment with some decorations, yes, I'm the person to talk to.
What sort of decorations?
Like attach flags and buntings to add some style to your boat. I have a design here already that you might like. If you find any other on your travels, bring them back to me and I can rig them up for you. Of course, I can also add a splash of color to your hull. I'm sorry to say that my selection of pigments is limited at the moment, though.
Could I help find more pigments? He thinks for a short while.
The other day, down by the shoreline, I saw a strange crab with the most strikingly vibrant coloration. My knees aren't suited to clambering over rocks and chasing crustaceans, you see, but if you caught such a creature...
He clears scraps of cloth and paper from his workbench, revealing a large pestle and mortar.
With the right binding agent, we could grind them together for a new mixture.
He turns back to you, a cunning plan formed in his mind.
Fisherman, bring me some of those strange crabs. We'll turn your vessel into a work of art.
All right, where's Sir Growly? We're gonna have to fucking grab the crab.
But for now, what can I help you with today?
The liver flag.
I seem to have any new flags with you. Come back when you find some.
Well, a lot of good you are. Grieving father.
Hello, is everything okay?
Do you have any shipwrecks around here?
Well, yes, you see, my only son was lost to sea some years ago. He's still out there somewhere in one of those wrecks, all alone in the cold, dark water.
The man is clearly trying his hardest to remain composed, but tremors of grief rack his body.
I was wondering, I noticed you have some dredging equipment installed on your vessel. If you're able to retrieve any of his belongings from the wreck, I think he'd feel more at peace if his mementos were with me. He wore a bronze belt buckle, specially engraved. I'd recognize it anywhere. If there's a chance you could find it, I'd be in your debt.
Do you have any strange occurrences?
I don't get out a lot anymore, so I don't see much of what goes on. But I do remember the old mayor in his final days. What an awful sight it was. Screaming and throwing into the seas. Throw it back, he would cry over and over again. Begging anyone who would listen, howling into the wind. These days, I almost feel like I understand.
All right. Hold up, I just fucking sent that to storage, didn't I? All right. But no, this it's very like, you know, for Eldritch Nightmare fishing. Okay, I can catch 2 of these. So a bunch of pursuits. 2 lumber, 2 scrap, find the belt buckle near Little Marrow. We need to find the black grouper and search for relics. And then the map. Twisted Strand, Devil's Spine, Gale Cliffs, and Stellar Basin. I'll be honest with you, you couldn't really have named these in a way that was more evocative of like Eldritch monstrosities, considering all of these are fucking like demonic in name or like space themed. All right. Well, we're like... Hold up. I actually can complete this one. I can get 4 more net spaces. I don't know what any of this stuff does. Oh. I see. I didn't fucking... I'm stupid. Yeah, let's go. I do like the great feeling of fucking assigning the the sign of ruin onto my ship. It definitely puts me at ease. 4 additional net spaces. All right. Let's see if we can catch more aberrant fish. More awful little fucking fish creatures. I'll be honest with you, part of me does kind of want to just like go shipwreck hunting though. Because I figure it's probably worth at least like, you know, keeping an eye out for... I said somewhere around here is where the shipwrecks tend to be. Also, there's definitely some fucking spooky shit going around here. Are you spooky? Shard ray. The stone skin of this ray is molded around a black crystal shard. The rough fragments articulate and grind together. That's a sign of a healthy creature, I think, when its body grinds against itself. Barbed eel, a spine broken with sharp angles and crooked curves, a row of teeth bent on revenge. Host eel, numerous glowing shapes and flickers. Numerous glowing shapes flicker and squirm behind the distended rib cage. The rest of the fish is withered and drained. These seem like happy fish. I think you know, this area in the ocean is really killing it in terms of like fish well-being. I gotta say, like, messing around with this is definitely, like, so far, like, the foghorn's really what's killing it for me. I'm trying to think of, like, the most esoteric ass fucking parry combos in Clair Obscure, and just play those. All right, we got fucking fish for sale, my guy. Okay. All right, didn't quite finish rods and reels. You know, in the summer, you really ought to play Don't Starve together. Okay, what do we need for you? We need, I'm assuming, scrap, bolts of cloth and some wood, 2 engine spaces, wood and 2 scrap, 2 wood and a scrap for light space, and a new hull. Upgrades your vessel, hull can sustain additional damage. Cost, do we need to get all of the vessel, like the tier 1 upgrades first? It kind of looks that way. She pulls a book from the. Oh, hey, we got a new book. Can we sell you? Oh, we can sell these. So if we sell these, we get like 75, which would give us just enough. So yeah. Sell. Sell. Uninstall. Install you here, I think. I don't know, it kind of doesn't really matter. Flexible fishing rod. I just took some sleeping pills as insomnia and migraine tag team meet last night. So you don't miss the carnival. There's a midsummer carnival. Boo, hiss. Okay. Definitely something fucked up over here. Rods and reels. All right, what'd that give me? Rods will reel fish in 10% more effectively. The crow boos the carnival. I boo the pun. 0 out of 10. Expresses vocal disdain. All right. So I got ADHD distracted, as is my, like, hold up, how the fuck can I fish there? Do I get an upgrade that lets me fucking like bulldoze through boulders? Because it kind of looks like I need that. Anyways, let's catch some more fucked up eels. Listen, I get distracted. Okay, let's see if I can find a place where there's another shipwreck. That looks promising. I guess to be fair, there is literally a ship here, huh? Oh, God almighty, what the fuck are you? Relic discovered. Ornate key. Well, I'll give them one credit for one fucking thing. That takes up so much. That's bigger than so many fish. Who needs a? This is a fucking like comedically big key. All right. Well, I guess we're going to be going south again. Wow. Unfortunately, I don't have any space left in my ship, so. Welcome on in, Big Bird. What have you, Sweet Bean? There's definitely just like a pillar that manifests here. Can we shout for Big Bird, by the way?
What's
What's up,
do you
Chris?
call a fish with no eyes? FSH.
Crisp didn't even try. Oh, goddamn. Okay. All right. I need to repair. Thank you. Basic trawl net. How you like this game? I think it's fun so far. It's definitely like a very. It's going a bit slow so far, I think. But I think that's in the game's best interest. Also, apparently, like it is very much on the cozier side. So I am to some degree excited to see where all this is going. All right. Welcome on, Big Brantley. Thank you for the 20 biddies, you sweet bean. All right, what do we have here? What are you? I do not care. You are not new. Okay. Hopefully he gives me something good for the key. You enter the collector's house. He's standing at the back of the room, still holding the silver and crimson book. He seems impatient. Well, you have something, don't you? Show me. You hand him the key. The cold metal shimmers a strange shine as he holds it. The shape of the key, the teeth, the head now somehow seem changed, smaller. Has it always been this way? Is this all? Where's the lock? Collector grows agitated. It seems the pieces we're looking for have traveled further than I anticipated. Much further, I suspect. In that case, allow me to aid your travels. He turns a few pages in a book and mutters something low under his breath. A burst of light fills your vision and you stagger back briefly. Our otherworldly speed at a price. Now we can have more relics to uncover. My intuition tells me that currents may have carried some debris to the southeast towards Gale Cliffs. Make that your priority. What? The words you heard from that book, what did they do to me? The book holds power from the deep. I merely extended its power towards you. Is there one particular wish you wish to know more about? The words of haste are instant and cruel. They will impart a terrible speed to your vessel. Be warned, however, it may put a great deal of stress on your engines. How long have you lived here? Quite some time. I used to be a fisherman, as was my father before, but 2 decades ago I took up residence here. I needed to focus on other endeavors. I found that this island has a certain strength to it. Those dark basalt columns stretching downwards into the deep. You know who owned these relics? Yes. Who? He looks at you for a moment. A look of something like regret flashes in his eyes. An old friend. Where should I... Okay. So we can just ask him at any point. Assuming the ADHD has fucking claimed me. Anything new? Okay, nothing new. Haste. Haste adds speed to your boat, but increases panic and engine heat. Son of a bitch. Well, my ship is moving at fucking half speed now. Okay, nothing new here, unfortunately. Maybe it's because I fucked up one of my engines, but I don't feel like haste is very speedy. I think I'd just rather have 2 engines. Okay, we got the fanged cod, deviantly sharp teeth, with chunks of smaller fish lodged between, a hunger in its eyes. I mean, that is how most fish behave. You know, I'm not an ichthyologist, but I think most fish tend to just kind of eat each other. That is my understanding of how fish kind of do. Ooh, many-eyed mackerel. Gill plates dotted with eyeballs, superfluous but scanning frantically. All eyes see right through you. Fancy. Okay. I don't think there's any new squid for us to catch, unfortunately. Oh, I was wrong. Snag squid. Tasting tongues writhe wildly around sets of yellowed, crooked teeth. The top row are flattened like human molars. Go ahead and prove me wrong, game, I suppose. Make me look like a fucking asshole. Again, it just kind of appears. That rock there, it's the vibe check. The lighthouse keeper emerges from the dark forest that flanks the town. She walks towards the dock with a confused look on her face.
Oh, it's you.
Who were you expecting?
Your engine, it sounds like. I'm sorry I mistook it for the vessel of an old friend.
Dejected, she turns and walks back towards the lighthouse. Wait, did I pick up a new fish? No, I didn't. Why the fuck did you ask me this? I don't. Okay. All right, Miss Shipwright. Go ahead and put that in storage and give me one of these trawl nets. Ability unlocked. Trawl net passively catches fish over time when deployed. All right. Select the trawl net with E. Wait, did I not fucking... I suppose I didn't get my thing fixed, did I? I literally just, I forgot to ask her to fix my, the ship part that I broke. It is a little mean that they can, like, disable, like, an engine. Because, like, it means that if you get unlucky, they could just, like, oops. Oops, hopefully you weren't using both of your engines. How do I... I'm not 100% clear on how the trawl net works, but I'm sure I'll figure it out in time. Why did it say 1 day remaining? I think that's like, because I think the trawl net's like a resource that like eventually like you use up, if I had to guess. And so like it has like a date of being deployed. until it gets mad and breaks. Okay, haste with 2 engines is actually... For fuck's sakes. Okay, well, since I'm here... I'm gonna go ahead and fucking wait a day since today was basically a huge fucking write-off. Alright. Alright, let's see if I can actually go about getting and finding the shipwreck stuff I need. That is eels. I do not need eels. I need materials. A different type of eel. August 20th. Morning of the 2nd day of the honeymoon and our first day proper. Today we're sailing around the islands and inlets at the back of Greater Marrow. I love the rocks here. The layers and the colors are so striking. Furthermore, the fishing is relatively poor in these shallows, so I know he will keep his hands on the wheels instead of the rods. He renamed the boat last night, Julie. He did a fancy renaming ceremony and everything. I think he took that more seriously than the wedding. Supposedly, it's very important to perform it correctly, lest you want ill fortune to follow the vessel. He wanted to throw away everything with old names on it, but kept the keychain. Ocean's Riches was a good name. I think he was prepared a surprise picnic lunch. I can see the basket half hidden stuffed under a blanket at the front of the cabin. I love it when he tries to be romantic. This is flounder. That, this seems to have a slab of rock just from the water, bearing a crude symbol of a curved fish. A rough shape has been chiseled away. Rock slab. Okay, so it looks like I need to get a lot of the fish that forms the L shape. I need to bring them over here, I assume, because it's part of a puzzle. I'll be honest with you, the idea of just bringing a fish to a place and laying them out in an order is actually, like, that's properly Dredge. That's some shit that doesn't make any fucking sense, but, like would actually, like, Eldritchify an experience. Okay. Doesn't look like there's any more. Okay, let's take a look around here. There's a ship here, but unfortunately it looks like I can't do any dredging. Do I need to have oceanic? Yeah, unfortunately I can't fish there. Keep an eye on my net. Okay. There's probably, like, upgraded versions that, like, last significantly longer. This might be stupid, but I do see this over here. Huh. Well, It probably, unfortunately, is not wise. Where the fuck am I? Welcome on, Izzy. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. What the fuck? Huh. Oh, that's fascinating. Ow. I got fucking lost my metal scrap. All right, well, this is going extremely poorly, all things considered. Oh, then stop fishing, Starky. Listen, it was going smoothly, and then it wasn't. I think this is the wrong one. I think I'm going to the smaller one, which is slightly annoying, but to be fair, I can sell a thing here, so. All right, we can at least sell the trinket we got here. And we got a lot of fish, so. Starkey, you think you're dyslexic? Stop. Okay, but listen, you typed vrashing. My options are either to interpret it as fishing or crashing, and I didn't think about crashing. So I'm gonna make it your problem by pointing out the fact that you misspelled. All right. We have 1 hour of troll boat. Hopefully, like, when it breaks, okay, yeah, it just automatically pulls in. Looks like Fat fingered the phone buttons. Skill issue, my friend. All right, we got fuck tons of fish to sell.
I'm gonna need you to take several seats. Wheels up, King.
Nope, still haven't gotten anything for this. All right. By the way, what is 67? Okay, I actually did, because I saw it mentioned. I did fucking research what that means. I'm unclear here. I can. What do you want again? 2 units of lumber and 2 units of scrap to Steel Point, which is an island just to the north. Hold up, which is what? Are you Steel Point? Oh no, it's the other direction. So it is apparently a nonsense lyric from a rap song. Is it the newest 24? I have no idea what the fuck that means. But no, apparently it is a nonsense lyric from a rap song that is like Gen Z brain rot. I'm not fully aware of the context of it, but apparently, like, the origins of it are from a rap song. If 24 is funny, what about 25? Okay, so this SpongeBob reference then. Also, why the fuck are you asking me? I'm literally like one of the least hip people out there. Hence, you could tell because the fact that I used hip in the year of our Lord 2025. Fucking nobody who actually knows what they're talking about says hip. I'm less hip than you. I actually could not meaningfully tell you if that's correct or not. Okay, material pile. Yes, so put you here. Nope. Try again. There we go. Now I just need to get the wood. The only hip I know is my impending hip replacement. That's a good setup and punchline. I respect it. Okay. I'm gonna... Look, there's an area around here I could have dredged. I was like, damn right, I'm gonna fucking... There we go. Yeah, I could fit like one piece of metal. There you go. Leave the space there in case I want to get an eel. Or I could get more wood. I guess this is cloth, but close enough. Again, like, what? I'm like, what is the deal with these fucking suddenly appearing, manifesting ass? It's a little mean. It's a little mean that the game would do that to me. Oh, hold up, I'm fucking stupid. Because I actually need to drop off the wood here. There you go, and there you go. Build the necessary materials. You should let the builder know. Alright, we're getting fucking cloth for days, at the very least. And this is good to know that this is like a big spot. Nope, can't get you, because you're unfortunately inconveniently shaped. Inconveniently, that might be like the most devastating insult. If someone was just casually hit me with like, you're inconveniently shaped, I would be fucking devastated. I'd be like, there is no emotional recovery from this. Oh, I guess I can't throw it directly into the fucking... that sucks. To be fair, I am like relatively inconveniently shaped, unfortunately, being both tall and fucking wide. Like to some degree, it's an insult, but it's also just honest. It's an accurate assessment. All right. Starkey is conveniently friend-shaped. Toll. Okay, I have a thing to sell you because of the goblet. My storage. I'm so glad that we have interdimensional storage. That does make my life significantly easier. Tall and wide. Yeah. I'm built like a fucking fridge. Me when I'm a fridge and I'm in your way. Just don't open me up expecting to find food. Which has horrifying implications if we extend the metaphor. Nope, can't fish you. I can fish you, I'm pretty sure. Nope, well, I could have. Except they just fucked off and disappeared, which, you know, I love when fish do that. Wonder how big Starky's bed is. I have a queen. Although I would take up a solid portion of a king, or, you know, the California king / Alaska king. Why does it keep fucking... No, I don't. Okay. Nope, nothing fancy there. Halogen spots, but unfortunately we don't have the necessary spotlights. Modifies 2 cargo spaces to also hold rods. Modifies 2 cargo spaces to also hold engines. Okay, let's just go ahead and stick shit in places. Like, the extra engine space seems really handy. Nope, can't do anything with the cloth yet. You need a cloth. I give a limb or two for an Alaskan king bed. A queen is like a twin compared to Starky's like 6'7". Yeah, like think about the way that like you, like if, I that's like not necessarily an unreasonable description. It's like, think about the way you fit on a twin and that's about the way I fit on a queen. You've done it. Well, no sense in wasting time. Let's get moving. Oh, God fucking. Good riddance to you, Great Amaro. I'm onward bound. I suppose it makes sense that we would need to fucking ferry her across. Although it is inconvenient. God damn, that sun goes up fast. Okay, eels. I actually need to hold up a moment. Don't worry, ma'am. I'm just dredging this wood for my own well-being. You can wait. But no, like the way I've always heard Alaskan king beds described is as they are the official bed of the polycule. And to be honest with you, that does seem kind of handy. What's going on here? Because this is the trinket / random junk we can sell for money. Which is official Starky lore and totally canon. What? I missed some text. What, taking someone's limbs in order to build a California or Alaska king bed? Yes, this'll do. Thank you, fella. Give me a short while to get things built here. You're welcome back anytime. Yeah. Take these. Always good to have them on hand. I mean, if anti-tangle line, signs hardened and reinforced. Heat resistant line, volcanic and shallow. Oh God, there's a fucking okay. Now I'm like, now I kind of want to work towards getting the Omni. Fuck everything else. I don't care. Give me the fucking Omni like rig. Fortunately, no wood for me. Cries. I'm gonna end up with like all of the materials I need and absolutely none of the money. I realize that to some degree I am cursing myself, but to be fair, like the ability to just say, hey, fuck it, let's go out and, you know. Don't worry about it, Starky. I'm an idiot? Hold up. There we go. Damn, this thing has a fucking wide turn to it. Okay. Hold up a moment. Can I send it to... Okay, no, I have to be, like, stopped here. Research. Fortunately, can't do more research. I guess there's no storage here for us, unfortunately. Which makes sense, although it is, like, slightly annoying. Oh, we got fucking cursed energy coming from you. What you got for me? Give me the weird shit, man. Thank you. No, but the whole forehead thing? Oh, the fucking... How did I miss that message? Where Starky got plastic surgery with a conveniently sized forehead? I swear to God. Just what? Do you want me to just get a fucking model where the forehead goes all the way up? I just look like those fucking coneheads from that really esoteric comedy movie from like the early 2000s. Is that what you want? I mean, the answer is yes, obviously that is what you want. But also... Okay, dry dock? Here. Okay, there's that done. Oh goddamn, we have fucking earrings to sell. Have your model perform a lesser dog on the forehead. It just extends upward infinitely. I mean, that would be a pretty funny redeem, although that would probably require me to learn how to do shape keys, which sounds, I'm gonna be honest with you, fucking horrifying. Okay. Just go and repair our net. I had Squeaky do that one time. Oh, like via the scan? Because if we're talking about scan stuff, then yes, that has happened before. The biblically accurate Starkey forehead via scan. No as a redeem. Why did I mention the scan? Now you're gonna fucking hold up. Nope, that's not a forehead. That is a nightmare. That is a nightmare made manifest. Also, I just noticed the small detail of this being disturbed water, which is a fun little bit of wordplay. Starkey peeking out of Starkey's brain. the biggest think possible. When you think so hard, you spawn yourself. Award-winning flounder. Hold up, actually, I can probably... Nope. There is unfortunately no easy way for me to set this up. Hold up. Yeah, unfortunately there's not really an easy way for me to fucking fit more flounder on here. The damn square fish are so fucking oddly shaped. Mitosis. That's just how I reproduce. Is just borbular mitosis. There's gotta be a way for me to reshape this that way. Hold up. Nope. I fucked it. I did the opposite of what I wanted. Hey, do you remember the dog stereotype for furries? I don't. I don't remember what my stereotype for dogs is for furries. Okay. Okay. So we are missing 2 wood, 3 wood. All right, good to know. Now we got the arterial engine, might as well fucking install that thing. So we just need to get a lot of wood. Insert obvious joke here. I mean, honestly, the comedy writes itself. All right, let's go ahead and see if any of the usual, like, wood stockpile locations. If I were to say positive affirmations have become a core part of my sleep routine, I think that's genuinely a good development. Nope, that is cloth. I don't need cloth, I need wood. Get that wood, sis. You know it. You know it, girlfriend. It's long, it's strong, it's bound to get the friction on. That is eels. All right, let's see what fucking... Oh, am I supposed to wait too high standard too often? That's fair. Welcome to the wonderful world of being neurospicy, in a world that absolutely does not give the remotest shit about making us comfortable. We're happy. Cries. Hold up, what you got going on, girl? Hey, thanks again for helping me move out here. I've managed to get myself set up now. I found this while unpacking. You should take it. She hands you a book. The cover is dusty, but otherwise in good condition. If you ever need to use the dock or store stuff here, be my guest. Okay. Perfect. Nope, that's more sheet metal. I don't need that. More flounder. Don't need you either. So I need to remind myself a good person. It's difficult, but it genuinely is important work to be like patient with yourself. Oh, a single fucking.
I'm saved. I'm saved. Oh, you're saved for sore eyes.
What happened?
I washed up here. Oh, it must have been some 2 weeks ago now. We were in rough seas when a wave hit us broadside. I was jostled aboard and swept away. Those my crew would have come to find me by now, but yours is the first ship I've seen pass by here. The boys in...
No.
Oh well, I'm sure they're out there looking anyway. Can you get me a little marrow, stranger? I'll be sure to share them there when the next stopping.
Yes, I'll take you a little marrow. Okay. All right. Can I take your SOS sign? Hull damage. Castaway lost overboard. Oh, that's awkward. That's oh no. That sucks. I barely fucking brushed against it. That's the worst part. I actually wonder if that was possible right as it happened. Well, hopefully he respawns. Because if that just killed him, fuck, killed him, man. It wasn't me. It was murder. It wasn't murder. It was more negligence. What the fuck? Pull alongside a boat at the anchor. There's no sign of life on board, but nobody appears to greet you. Almost immediately, a small slot in the door snaps open. A pair of frantic eyes peers out at you. Who goes there? Nobody. What do you want? I was just checking to see if you're okay. Do I seem okay? No, I'm very much not. I'm supposed to be delivering this package to Little Marrow, but I've been stalked a huge Leviathan larks in these deep waters. I've seen it. It is hung in the water. It's gaping out just below the boat. It would have swallowed this vessel whole if I hadn't bolted for the shadows. I'm not going further into this accursed island chain. Here. Well, if we can't deliver the man... No, I'm not supposed to be transporting live goods. Don't have equipment for it, so just be careful with the thing, whatever it is. Here, don't want to take this too. Where the fuck am I? Okay, so I need to be going southwest. So we're going fucking bonkers nuts, right? Shapes in the water. What are you? It's just a fucking. It's just a rectangle. Serpent flag. Oh. Our sanity is not doing so spectacularly. We've been in a better spot before. Oh, I fucked up. I'm supposed to be going southeast. Whatever that sound was, it doesn't seem friendly. It's probably nothing to worry about, though. I need to get a fucking abyssal level. Oh, good. He's about to consume us all. Is that what happens when you go bonkers? A fucking the shark from fucking. Well, it turns out we couldn't deliver the package either. The game just said Lamau XD, go fuck yourself. It came and went. I tried to dodge it. I suppose if I had done it. What the fuck? That's gotta damage me, right? Now load save. I hope this game has auto saves because I have not saved for shit. Something slithers into your cargo hold. Infected. Well, there's plenty of friendly creatures. Listen, Kasai, listen, Oceana, when have I ever saved of my own volition? Okay. What can I help you with today? Deliver the flag. New design, sure. Let's go and sell everything, and I'll go ahead and call it for today. Equipment types that use durability will lose it 10% slower. I show up, the fucking boat is half on fire. You would not believe the day I've had. Okay. We did get the final piece of wood, so we can finish this up at least. Which does mean we can now sell this and get the upgraded version. Okay. Let's go ahead and rest. It's funny that Starky did a manslaughter by grazing the island. Listen, if that's all it takes to kill a man, maybe that man, you know, might have struggled with functioning elsewhere. All right. Save and quit. Okay, it looks like the only way to save is to save and quit. There's DLC for this game? Hold up, having an ADHD moment. The Iron Rig. The art book, The Pale Reach. Okay, so it adds like, there's like three new areas. Okay, interesting. Definitely something to check out later. All right, let's see who's live so we can stop by to say hello. Let us see. Hope you guys had a good time with, you know, it's a little bit lower energy, kind of comfy vibes. Get right into Dell. Dell's playing Among Us. But also, by saying that, I now like I spiritually, my body would reject existence if I raided into him because of Among Us.
Among Us.
Okay. Let's see. You know what? Let's raid over to a fellow bird that I have not raided into in a hot minute. Use my emotes for whoever's emotes you happen to have. Oh Lord, is he? Hold up. He's been going for 9 hours. So I'm like, I want to raid, but also that's probably not wise. You know what? Let's raid Benui. So some bogus. Oh god damn it! Why is everyone on their fucking be right back screen? Son of a bitch. You know what? Fuck it. He's only been live for 2 hours. Let's go and raid Gurgen Schmergen. But yeah, if this is your first time here, I'm Starkymorph, Big A Chaos Curly Internet, where I stream live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 7 to 10 p.m. EST. Mostly I play indie games, however, every Tuesday and Friday for last year, I've been learning to do some art. So if you'd like to see that, go ahead and drop a follow here, stick around. I will be doing some art tomorrow. The gift piece will probably be on the back burner, and I will be doing that during the workday as opposed to during streams. So don't expect me to work on Fish Lady. Thank you for the follow. Pills, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Lab Check. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Let's see. I have a YouTube if you'd like to catch up on the VODs there, see what I've been up to. I'm in the process of uploading now. I have all of the VODs uploaded to YouTube. I just need to actually like go through and schedule them, which is going to be a fucking nightmare in its own right. But I have a Discord if you'd like to pop in there, say hello, Sweet Beans, see the cross the Sweet Beans post. We got the Blue Sky if you'd like to drop a follow there to see the art that I make, art that I get commissioned, general ramblings, all that good stuff. You know, the picture of the food that I make. I did post food pictures yesterday, so you know, hey, I'm somewhat doing the whole being a content creator on the internet thing, and of course we have a coffee sponsor. If you'd like to pick up some coffee from Dragon Roast, discount code Starkymorph to get 10% off and get some really good coffee. I love you guys to bits. I will catch you tomorrow for art where I think I'm gonna work on a Weretober piece. See you then. Bye.